Take this branch of peace I offer, and all the love I have inside. This can't go on, and this fight can't be won. I believe in my heart we can change if we all make a brand new start right now. And for fear you close your mind to the beauty that surrounds you nigh, and dogma forced upon your mind, and you're breathing somebody else's lies. Oh, this can't go on, and this fight can't be won. And I believe in my heart we can change if we all make a brand new start right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right now.
Good morning and welcome to the Sri Lanka Morning Show. Today we have invited Shivantha, who is a singer, songwriter and actor, here to our studios. You play the guitar, you play piano, you play bass guitar, you play drums, you sing, and you have played percussion with the Colombo Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yes, I have. I was 16 or 17, and my cousin, who was the cellist at the time, she calls me up on Thursday night and says, "Shivantha, you can read music, nah?" And I'm like, I can. But I said, yes, why? She said, well, look, we have a show on Sunday, and the percussionist, his number one, is sick, and we can't find the number two. Will you play? I said, yeah, sure. And Imran, it was my baptism. If there is any baptism, that was my baptism.
Baptism of music, not baptism of fire.
Not of fire. Well, it was quite fiery. I actually for the first time saw how it was a language. I could see that the violins were saying something and the cellos were saying something, and how they communicated, and how the percussion came, and how this one man is orchestrating and conducting and telling a story. And it made sense to me. So that was kind of one of the catalysts, or one of the impetuses in my life that made me realize that music is something deep embedded inside me. It's in my DNA. But that experience, even though I played piano from the time I was 8, and I played bass in bands, and you mentioned the instruments. My first album, I wrote all the songs and played almost all the instruments on it. The guitars, the vocals, the bass, the piano.
So you have a band here in Australia.
Yes.
Which you all are now planning on putting out an EP.
Absolutely. What
happens to the acting part?
So I'm still auditioning.
You just told me that you had come from an audition today.
I did, yes. It's for a big feature film. I'm not supposed to really talk about what the project's about, officially anyway. But it's a big feature film. It's a big franchise, and I have a really good agent in Sydney. She's a top-class agent in the country, and has a lot of her people working internationally as well. So I'm very grateful to her and lucky to be on her books. I do my auditions. It's an interview. It's a job interview like anything else. You do the best you can. You research the project. You prepare for it, and you do whatever it is. And if they take you, they do.
We sincerely hope you get the part.
Thank you, Imran.
Because when you're walking the red carpet as a star, if you see us there, on the sidelines as a spectator, don't forget to say hi. I'll
stop and say, "Excuse me, can you open the thing, please? He's with me." And Imran will come inside and walk inside with me. Yes.
So you decided to do music. You decided to do acting. Anything else that you add to this whole mix of things that you're doing in the creative fields?
Look, I think my grandfather used to say, mens sana corpore sanum, which is a healthy mind and a healthy body. And I've played sport my whole life. I played rugby for school. I played rugby for university. I played cricket. I opened bowling in Hong Kong. And I'm a keen martial artist. I've been practicing Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do for 9 years now. So my teacher, my Sifu who opened the school, studied with Bruce Lee's training partner. So you've got Bruce and you've got Ted Wong, and Sifu Ted taught Sifu Dino. Dino opened the school and I studied with him in New York for 8 years. And I still actually train today. I'm actually teaching. So I was teaching someone this morning, and for me it's a lifelong journey about becoming a better human being at the end of the day. So martial arts.
You're certainly a man of many parts.
Try to live life to the fullest, Imran. We have one life, you know.
I know. So you acted in Funny Boy.
Yes.
What are the other movies that you acted in?
So I did a couple of things on TV in Australia before I left. You know, I was on the famous Kath and Kim.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in an episode on that. Then there's another show called The Librarians. And then I've done, Imran, I've worked on about 120 different projects over the years. A lot of them are independent projects in New York. You know, I've played serial killers, I've played lovers, I've played leading men, I've played eccentric scientists. I've done a lot, and a lot of the films have gone in the circuits and won awards, and I've worked with some people who've gone on to done some good things, you know. And some of them are on Amazon at the moment, Amazon Prime, I think you can find it. I produced a film. I've actually produced about 5 or 6 short films in New York under my production company, and I'm hoping to go back and do some more work once I get the chance to fly back to New York once this thing ends. I've got people who've lined up projects for me and they've written roles for me, but we haven't been able to shoot anything.
I don't know if it's the same thing with you, but I always found when I chose entertainment as a profession,
right,
one of the nice things about entertainment was you meet the most interesting of people.
Yeah.
The eccentrics, the creative types, the whole works, and the exchange of ideas and the flow is so. It's out of this world.
It is.
It's another feeling.
It is.
Are you the same in that way?
Completely, Imran. I think you find your tribe.
Yeah.
And the tribe is not limited to race.
That's the word.
Color, religion, sexuality. None of those things matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the key component for me is what sort of human being are you? Are you a decent enough human being? Are you willing to help other people along the way? Are you willing to do what's right by yourself and those around you, and bring your talents to create something? And as you said, that exchange of ideas with those people, it's just priceless, and you're in the flow and you're in the zone, and that is, you can't find that anywhere else.
And I suppose you bring your experiences with life, the life that you lead also lends itself to the stage, to the music that you play, everything else.
Yes.
And that brings me to another thing. You or somebody mentioned to me that you had tried your hand at busking in New York. What was that all about?
So I was in a TV series called The City of Mercy.
Okay.
And I had it was an ensemble, but I was one of the leads. And on the day when we shot it, I beg your pardon, on the day when we screened it, there was a red carpet and it was a premiere. I remember listening to the opening track of the music, and I went, oh, who wrote this? This is really amazing. And then it turns out that the person who wrote it also acted and had a small role in it. But he was a professional musician. He has played at Madison Square Garden. His name is Walter Parks, and he's played with Richie Havens, who played with Jimi Hendrix and played at Woodstock. He's an older gentleman. And I went up to him and I said, Walter, I love what you do. I'm in the process of recording my new album. Can you give me a hand? Straight up, I asked him. Actually, let me backtrack. I said, Walter, I'd like to talk to you and take you out for a beer. He said, okay. So we met up and we had a chat for 5 minutes. And within 5 minutes, he says, so maybe you want to tell me why you wanted to meet me, because I don't want to waste nobody's time. And that's when I went, Walter, I like you because you're real and I need some help. I'm recording an album. And he said, look, everybody asks for help, man. But send me your stuff and I'll see what I can do. Right. So I just recorded something at home. I sent him like 3 or 4 tracks, and he calls me back. He says, you got something, kid. We'll talk. So I was like, all right. So we went and we tracked, say, 5 songs just to get an idea of the studio, get what the vibe was like, what was going to happen. And then I went, okay, now I know what I need to do. So I spent the next 6 months playing in the subways and the bowels of New York City, And 3 or 4 days a week, I would go there, I would put my microphone, I would put my amp, I would put my bag there so people could give me some cash. I'd have my CD there if people wanted to buy it. And I just practiced. I just played and played and played until I knew these songs. I could breathe them, I could feel them, I could sing them in my sleep. And then at a certain point, I was like, right, it's time. So that was a pivotal moment for me, because it was bringing together everything. Because when you play and you're busking, you can't pretend.
Yeah.
You're just there. You're just being. You're not trying to perform. You're just trying to live moment by moment, and you're trying to discover your music every moment and rediscover yourself every moment.
And people will stop and listen if they like what they hear.
Yeah, they do.
So you immediately have an audience which you know is a genuine audience.
Exactly. I've met some really amazing people. I've had some amazing experiences and stories from the people I've met while I was busking. And I've had some unpleasant experiences, but it's all part of it. You know? It's all part of it.
Thank you for being with us here today, Shivantha. It's been a pleasure listening to you, and it's been very motivating, I must say. And I'm glad to see somebody of Sri Lankan origin going so far, especially in a business that's so hard.
Thank you.
To get there. But before you go, would you like to do us a favor, and would you like to pick up your guitar and give us a few more chords out there?
Certainly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is a little snippet of what's to come.
Okay.
Oh, I know I've been there before, when the light of the dawn doesn't shine through your door. And oh, I know what it feels like inside, when you wake up and you just want to hide. Oh, when you wake up and you just want to hide. Oh, this unnamed feeling, oh, it sits on my shoulder tonight. And I see that the earth is crying inside, and I wonder what to do. Oh, I wonder what to do. Oh, I know as I've been there before, when the light of the dawn doesn't shine through your door. And oh, I know what it feels like inside, when you wake up and just want to hide. When you wake up and you just want to hide. Yeah.